La mer qu'on voit danser les longs des golfes clairs à de reflets d'argent la mer, des reflets songeants sous la pluie.
We finally enter France, where sailing is a national pastime. Phil reflects on his French hero who inspired our world sailing adventures. Aiden catches up with his classmates and has a night under the stars. I momentarily lose my memory, and we're all amazed by Nice's Got Talent.
Unfortunately, their winds dropped off. We were having 6 to 7 knots so we could sail, but now it's dropped around 3, so unfortunately motor sailing. Of course, you can't visit the French Riviera without at least sailing past Monaco. Whether it's celebrities, catering to the rich and famous. We'll sail past it, but we're not going to anchor or go to the marina, even though from what we hear, it's surprisingly reasonably priced. So we're going to sail past, have a look, and then keep going. We're off to Beaulieu-sur-Mer.
So is that Monaco?
Yeah.
Just that bit where all the big buildings are?
All the way through the coast, yeah.
Wow. So what do you reckon goes on in Monaco, apart from there's a big casino?
I hear it's quite lucrative for lawyers and accountants.
Okay.
So is there to there Monaco?
Yep.
What? That's less than the size of Sydney, less than the size of Brisbane, less than the size of Perth, less than the size of Darwin.
Bigger than Vatican.
So I fully admit that Monaco, with its expensive fine dining and its fashion boutiques, holds absolutely no interest for me, and for Elle, even less.
Since we're in France, we're hoisting the French courtesy flag. And up she goes. Well, hello France, bonjour. This is our first stop. We've just pulled into the marina at Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, and we're a couple of k's away from Beaulieu-sur-Mer, which is literally a beautiful place on the sea, and it is, as we've been here before years ago. Very much looking forward to checking it out again and starting our adventures in France. We're on our way from the marina in Cap-Ferrat to Beaulieu-sur-Mer, and there's a public walkway that goes all the way along the coast. So even though there's mansions to our side here, the French have had the foresight to keep all this area as public walkway. The local pétanque competition.
No sé, María no sé, María no sé.
We're kind of stuck at this cafe because Elle's forgotten to ask how to ask for the bill in French, even though she topped French in school.
Can't bring myself to ask for it in English.
So I'm trying to think, this is the full time we visited Beaulieu. I loved it since that movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrel with Michael Caine and...
Yeah, your memory's failing you too.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. The guy from Three Amigos. Steve Martin, yes. And so we were here in '98. We were backpacking around Europe. The second time was our honeymoon back in 2003. And then we did a road trip with Aiden. Aiden was around 6 months old. We came out from the UK, drove all the way through from Europe and stopped here.
Just to be clear, we were living in the UK.
We were living in the UK at the time. So, you know, I always wanted to sail to here because you always saw the boats anchored off. And so we'll anchor off tomorrow.
I think we're the only people in Saint-Jean Cap Ferrat Marina who are putting washing on the line.
And I'm concerned that somewhere in the fine print it said please do not put washing out on your boat. But it was all in French, and so I just got lost in it, so I wouldn't know what we're doing is frowned upon, which I expect it probably is. Oh, gotta be done.
Sometimes rules are there to be broken. It's been nice staying in the marina, but like most marinas it is a little noisy with the engine just behind me and smelly with diesel, and there's no privacy, so you look straight across to your neighbours and vice versa. So as you know, I'm a big fan of anchorages, and we're leaving to spend a few days on anchor. Just around the corner there's some beautiful bays.
Yeah.
Not definitely, but I think it's sand.
We're surrounded by these multi-million-dollar mansions. I don't know exactly the price of them. I've never had that talent that some, or quite a few people in Sydney have of incessantly talk about house prices. But anyway, let's just say that in the multi-million
Euro.
plus euro, yes. Yet we here are enjoying the same view on Tranquilo. How good is that?
Wow, look at this sunrise. I don't see this so often. I'm not so much of a morning person, but Aiden and I are up early. He's going to do What's Up with his class back in Australia. Are you excited?
So here's Alice. Okay. Hello. 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 Okay, where have you visited? Just then we were in Italy. Before that was Ionian, which was 3 days across The Ionian Sea.
You're seeing, you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You will. You really will. You'll have all these wonderful stories to share forever because you will have seen such incredible places and things. So I hope you have a wonderful time, sweetie. Maybe we can talk again in a little while.
Yeah. You can see the bottom.
And very tranquilo, just watching the fish. Makes me feel that way anyway.
Well, it's good to be in France, where sailing is considered a national sport alongside football and skiing. Of course, it's also the birthplace of many famous sailor, starting with Bertrand Mortissier, who was leading the Sunday Times Golden Globe race in the 50s, a race to decide who was going to be the first solo racer around the world non-stop. So Bernard was already past the Southern Ocean, had made it past Cape Horn and was heading up the Atlantic when he decided that the whole idea of society, civilization was a bit abhorrent to him, and so he turned south again, went past South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and ended up in Tahiti, where he settled down to a life of leisure. There's also Michael Desjardins, a two-time winner of the Vendée Globe, again a single-handed race around the world, and of course most recently Thomas Corville, who amazingly went and set the world record for a single-handed racer non-stop around the world. An amazing effort under 50 days on the huge trimaran Sordebo. What just amazes me is that his average time was just under 29 knots. That's just phenomenal, considering that Tranquilo's average speed is probably around 7 knots in good winds. 29 knots, that's quite an effort, and to do it single-handedly, it's just amazing. Incidentally, that is the fifth fastest time ever of any yacht, crewed or non-crewed, and he did it single-handedly. Incredible. It's only taken a few months, but Aiden's finally got the hang of swapping hands when he's paddling.
30 kilograms, taking 68 kilograms.
Still whole world. Aiden's making friends again. Great to see. But we can't do it for him.
Go.
Dad's turn.
We've moved out of the shady area into the sunny area, which has been a bit of a faux pas because we're right in front of the whole segregated area with the umbrellas and the sunbeds, etc. But that's a good thing, because now that we've broken the taboo, others have decided they can do the same thing. I think I've said enough times how much I hate segregated beach areas. It's just so un-Australian.
But we're not in Australia.
Yeah, well.
This is the land of liberté, fraternité, égalité. So if it doesn't work here, it won't work anywhere. Liberty, fraternity, equality. Alright,
Yeah, my favourite. Spaghetti.
It's not spaghetti, it's pasta.
Yeah.
Bolognese.
We leave Italy and 2 nights in a row we eat Italian. What are you up to?
Teaching myself Spanish. El libro está en mi maleta. The book is in my bag.
And why?
Okay. Because we will be spending the most time in Spanish-speaking countries. Spain, Caribbean countries, and that bit of Central America, or Panama, where else are we going? Mexico. Anywhere else? Definitely most time in Spain. And we've travelled in Spain and South America before with just a smattering of Spanish. I really want to give it a go to speak at least semi-fluently. It's my goal. See how I go. Well, Aiden's been asking us for a long time to sleep out here, and we finally said yes, on the condition that he wears his life jacket and he's tethered on. And we've also just put a mat down there for him, the tethers, just in case he goes wandering. So we'll see in the morning how well he sleeps. Sweet dreams, buddy. A little bit rolly this morning, judging by that little boat. They had a bit of a rough night, and this is where I'm glad we've got some size. It does, saved by size, as they say. Not as rolly.
So this morning we are going to see if we can get into Nice. According to the pilot, Nice can get quite busy in summer, so it's probably very unlikely that we'll be able to find a berth. So then, if that's the case, we will go across to Villefranche and drop anchor there.
Done. Next step, relax.
We finally got some wind, about 10 or 11 knots, but we're only ducking around the corner. It's just a couple of nautical miles around to Nice. So I think we'll just motor, and it's a little bit rolly. Aiden's very keen for us just to motor.
Yeah, and if we went into the wind to put up the sail, then we would be rocking like crazy. That means your eyes look at that. Ta-da!
Welcome to noisy Nice Marina. I don't know if you can hear that. There's some kind of massive conveyor belt behind us.
That is correct.
We have the second last spot. That's the last spot next to us, which is next to the so noisy. Next to the big super yachts. One more thing, we are parked outside a confiserie, a cake shop, which could be a little dangerous. Definitely going to check that out. Ah, the joys of marinas. lot of colourful boats, and every single one is just beautifully painted.
This is the Plaza Garibaldi, the centre of the old town. Something very French, we've decided to stop for lunch at a creperie. Grab some sweet as well as savoury crepes. So Aiden's crepes got egg, ratatouille, Swiss cheese, and
heaps and heaps and heaps of olive oil.
And camembert.
Oh yeah. And some extra yummy stuff mixed into it.
I would love it. I like Nice Old Town. Shivers down the spine. I don't mean to belittle what was there, but it's a bit like Britain's Got Talent when Simon, whatever his name is, who never gives compliments, just sits there with his jaw down. Pretty amazing.
I thought he was a lady.
Yeah, I thought it was a woman singing, of course.
Like so many old parts of towns, Nice's old town is inundated with bars, cafes, souvenir stores, and of course ice cream stalls. Although Nice does have a good share of delicatessens with what looks like amazing food.
I need to avert my eyes right about now. Save this tummy with my lactose intolerance.
She's opposite of allergic, but then the other way around again.
Intolerant.
And you've just come across the boulevard of bars in Nice. The beach isn't that far, the old town's that way, so it kind of makes sense that this whole boulevard is just cafes, restaurants, everyone's just chilling out on a Saturday. Well, we've found a bar we like on the Place Charles Felix. The jazz band playing over there. I've got my mojito. Incidentally, mojitos were a staple the 2 times we've been in Brazil. And the best thing is, Aiden gets the marshmallow, Ella gets the melon. We're all good.
You get the alcohol.
And I get the, yes, as Elle said, I get the mojito.
Now this is very important. When life gives you lemons and gin and tonic, we have both.
That's Tranquilo.
Yeah, and I'm not having any because it tastes disgusting to me.
Nice is beautiful and calm and would make an awesome anchorage, but was closed to yachts. So I can totally understand why it would become inundated with yachts. So of course we all respect that. But also, I'd much rather be here than in that busy, noisy marina. Beach is pretty busy on a sunny Sunday afternoon.
Dad, how long will it take to build that ferry?
What a crazy novelty this beach is. Thousands upon thousands of people lying on pebbles and rock. No wonder the locals were amazed when a crazy Englishman wandered into the water back in the 18th century and started this whole craze.
And just given me this most beautiful piece of sea glass. So it's just the same colour as the water, a milky greeny colour.
And it looks like the thing to do on these pebbly beaches is to get a thermarest and put a towel over it.
Just to decode the camping parlance, thermarest is a slightly inflated mattress. I wish I had one. Aiden loves seeing these big Moby boats, the ferries. They all have Looney Tune characters on the side. Like a swarm of hornets. Noisy beasts.
Well, I've spent almost a week in the area of Nice through to Beaulieu-sur-Mer, and as beautiful as it is, as relaxing and cool as it was, it's good to be getting out there on the water again. We've got a bit of distance today to cover, about 40 nautical miles, so it's great to be just hitting the road and going into a totally new area, back to like how it was. We're off to Saint-Tropez.
If you like this video, please click like below and subscribe to follow our adventures.